Hey friends, how's it going? Wolf here, and welcome back to a new video. So we've had a little break here on the channel because I've been working very hard on our school community and also on a lot of B2B deals and some other cool tools that I'm going to be showcasing in the next videos and hopefully over the next few weeks. So in this video, I would like to show you guys a pretty nice tool that I've built recently. And it's a YouTube to text tool. So I've seen people work on like LLM friendly YouTube kind of summary tools. And I thought, hey, let's kind of extend on that idea and make it more complex. So pretty much we can input any YouTube video here. And for that, I'm just going to go to my own channel here, which by the way now has more than 600 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for that. And we can take any of our videos such as the Google Drive N8N tutorial, for example, and then we can just share the link here and we go back and we just put this link here and then we create docs for that. So it's going to do some work in the background now. This is all running on a custom Python backend. And the cool thing is that this is actually also accessible via its own API. So I have built this with the API approach in mind. So I could actually host this, like deploy it live, and then all kinds of, applications could access that. Like we could use this in N8N, we could use this in a custom iOS application, we could use this in any kind of web application via the API. Okay. So anyways, as you guys can see, it only takes like a couple seconds to fully analyze the video. We do have the description now, so it's fetching the full description. We do have the full transcript here, so it's actually transcribing the entire video. We do have the AI summary here. So as you guys can see, it has a nice little AI summary to kind of sum up what happened in the video. And we also have some additional analysis. There's still a tiny UI bug, but we pretty much have the complete markdown LLM documentation. So we could feed this into LLM in a super friendly way. So such as, Cloud Code, Cursor, all those kind of nice tools that we use daily. We also have a cost breakdown. We are using the GPT 4.1 Nano model for this right now. We could also use the brand new GPT 5, but it also has the reasoning token. So I thought, hey, this is a pretty good approach. And we also have a quick analysis on that here. As you guys can see, it is extremely cost efficient and everything else is pretty much running on my own backend. So yeah, this is a very, very cost efficient, to be honest. Okay. Now I've built this little application here in this cute little UI, and we do have a little API section here. So as I said, this still needs a bit of updating, but this was like the general template that I built. So I will actually also work on an API documentation. So this is accessible via API, to be honest. Okay. So this still needs to, have some updates, but this is what it's going to look like kind of. And also we will have a little pricing tier in case this actually goes live as a SaaS product, so software as application. So if this actually if we decide to launch this as a little cute web application, then, I'll probably have different tiers because, well, it does take some processing power. I'm going to have to deploy it. I'm going to have some cloud services, and all of that good stuff. Okay. But in general, I think this is a pretty cool little tool that we've built. And let me show you guys what else we can do here. So by the way, if you guys haven't joined our free school community yet, feel free to do so. We are more than 730 members now, talking about AI, updates, news, all of that good stuff, how to use Cloud Code, how to use Cursor, how to use N8N. I'm posting about the new tools here. So I was actually posting about the tools and about the plans. And as you guys can see, we do have people here, people comment here and collect feedback and all of that stuff. And I'm also giving lots of tips and value for, how to actually use vibe coding for your everyday tasks, for your projects, and pretty much, how to use tech to automate and create value. Okay, essentially. So yeah, that is that. 730 members here. Thank you guys so much for that. Also the little YouTube comeback here. I know it's been a bit quiet because, well, I've been working on some pretty big projects. So I didn't really have so much time to work on videos, but I do have a lot of video ideas to cover both, N8N workflows like we've done in the past, but also to cover super nice like Next.js dashboards, Python backends, and all of that good stuff. So really this channel is much more than just some simple N8N workflows, although we are covering that a lot because I know it's very beginner friendly and it's very nice to build these workflows. And we have, but I will also show that, build more complex N8N solutions such as complete WhatsApp bots, complete video short form farms, or complete photo AI solutions that can just copy any face and create super nice AI photos based on a few selfies. Okay, so you can use end-to-end for these complex tasks, but at some point it's just a bit more controllable and nicer to scale, in my opinion, to build this on a custom backend, such as a super nice fast API Python backend, like the one I've used for this application, okay, and for many other applications as well, which I'm going to showcase in the next videos. Just a quick little thingy on that. So now I want to show you guys something cool on the API, okay? So this is Postman. I'm using Postman a lot for some, quick API testing and all of that good stuff, and also some reverse engineering. As you guys know, we are reverse engineering a lot of applications such as Higgsfield, Google VO3, and quite some more, which I don't want to tease too much here because it will also be covered in future videos. But basically we can access this on our local host now, and this is pretty much our own API from the Python backend that we communicate to. And once I deploy this, obviously, and then set up some authentication, all of that good stuff, we could access this from anywhere. Like we could access this full backend capabilities, like, summarizing videos, summarizing insanely long videos. Okay. So I can show you guys something super quick. So, Alex Hormozy, who, as you guys know, is also very close in school, very important for school. Where do we have it? The live stream. Was the live stream taken down? No, here it is. So this was Alex's live stream last night about his 100 million money models launch, talking about his past, his entrepreneurial journey, success, all of that good stuff. It's a pretty cool live stream, but it's 7 hours long, right? And he's also very involved into school, which, as you guys know, is a super nice platform that we use for our community building and to share value, and also, by the way, to share, all these good thingies. So to share the end-to-end workflows and to share cool tips like how to self-host end-to-end for free and how to use free VPS on discounts and all of that stuff. So, make sure to join here. It's completely free. Anyways, so Alex is very involved in school with Sam Owens and all these people, which you've probably heard about. And now, if you guys have such a super long video like this one and you're like, I want to learn from these people with so much experience in business and in success in general, life experience, but I don't want to watch 7 hours. So, well, guys, I have a solution for you. You simply use this cool tool, you create the docs, and as you guys can see, it'll only take a couple of seconds, and, well, it'll take a couple of seconds, and then we have a UI bug. But this is a known bug for cached videos because I've analyzed the video before. This is quite funny. So what we have to do is I can just run a super quick health check. And as you guys can see, our API is healthy, right? So we want to know what's going on in the API. So I'm actually going to use this and process a single video. So I'm going to put our video here, and this is how it will look like. So we basically have our own endpoint here. We make a post request to our own API, which is currently running on localhost and on this port. Then we have the path here, and then we have a payload here in the body, a JSON payload, okay? And this includes the URL, some additional options, what kind of summary modes we want, the transcription length, and all that stuff. So we're just going to fire it away. And as you guys can see, the backend is generating a background task now and processing the video. So we have a job ID now, okay? And this is kind of how everything goes. We also have some data here, which we can just kind of skip for now. And then we check the job status. So I've built this in like a pretty common flow, I want to say. So you process the video, you get like a request ID pretty much. You can check this request ID, and then you can also get the job result once it's done. So we can check this now. As you guys can see, okay, it's at 60%. So you have a progress, a percentage, you have a status like queued, processing, finished, all of that. And it's currently generating the AI summary, okay? So we can just wait a tiny bit, we can queue again, and it's still at 60%, so we will wait some more, and we will just wait a tiny bit for this video to finish. It should only take like 10 seconds, so it should be finished here in just a second, unless we run into a backend issue, which I hope we won't, because I've just done a few changes on very long videos. So let's just check, and we are at 100%. So now we can grab that job ID and put it here and see what's going on. And as you guys can see, we do have the entire result of this super long 7-hour plus live stream video here in text form, in JSON form. Okay, so this looks a little bit tricky maybe, but it's pretty much just all the data we have. So it's showing the duration, it's showing the view count, the channel, the upload date. We have all the information, all the metadata. We have the full transcript here, which is incredibly long. So I'm gonna use a different format here and just show it as, no, I wanna, hold up. No, I don't want to visualize. I think we can view it like that. It's just a bit long, so let's just go down here. I think JSON is the best way to show this, because this doesn't really make sense. So what we can do here is, as you guys can see, we do have the processing time. It took a bit longer in this case, which is due to the latest changes, but still very good for the 7-hour video, and it didn't even take 60 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Then also we have the infographic here, which currently is disabled, but the idea for this is that we can also create graphics based on the video. So pretty much you just input the video, which is like 30 minutes or whatever, and then this tool will create a few infographics for you, like 2, 3, 4, and summarize the main video content and value within these graphics. So instead of watching the 30-minute video, you just have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images that demonstrate the solution or the value of the video in a super quick way. Okay, and yeah, currently we do this in text form. So as you guys can see, we do have 2 summaries here. We have the TLDR, the super quick one, which just summarizes the entire video in a few sentences, and then we have the more detailed one, which shows everything here in like a longer text, you know, which we could then use again for an LLM or for a different tool or app or anything you'd like to use this information. But the main value is that instead of watching 7 hours, we have everything here, super accessible and also super LLM friendly. So you could just supply this to any of your favorite AI tools out there, whether it's, you know, GPT or Sonnet or Gemini or any of the good tools, and then we are good to go. Okay. And we also have some additional little information here, such as the token usage. So this was pretty long. It used 230,000 tokens, but still, despite this token usage, because we have a very optimized model running on this full request only cost us 1 cent. So for $1 cent, you can summarize and extract the value of a 7-hour live stream video. And I want to say the 1 cent is probably worth the 7 hours of watching the video, right? Especially if we have so much output here, which we can use for further, you know, investigation, usage, or anything you'd like. Okay, so this is pretty much how the backend would work. Okay, and it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works on a different example. So let's go back to our channel and let's just go to the self-host and it end for free. And we can share the video here and we will go to our own little tool here. I'm gonna go here, create the document, and then we are checking this video. And let's see if we have this cached, because there's this caching issue. Right now it's running on a local database and I want to move this to a Postgres database on one of our VPS. So yeah, that's just a tiny coding issue in the front end with the display of the result. But anyways, as you guys can see, it's super quick. You know, if you guys want, I can also show you like a super long video, which takes like 5 hours here. So you can see it only takes like 10 seconds to do that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, we do have a very nice description here. We do have the full transcript. We do have our AI summary, and we do have an additional analysis with the tiny UI bug here, which I'm still gonna fix, and the full token usage and everything. Okay, so I want to say this is pretty cool. This is pretty handy, and this only takes a few seconds, and it's not only in our front end, it's also accessible fully via API. So you could plug this into any workflow, any app, any dashboard you would like, or your own apps, and make it very accessible. So the idea is actually, and I'm kind of going to reveal that here. So yeah, but fuck it. The idea is to kind of, you know, build this in public and then hook it up to like a cool web dashboard or even an iOS app, and kind of build upon that with like infographics or maybe even a tiny video summary or something like that, maybe also an audio summary. So you could like, use any YouTube video and it will automatically generate a podcast based on that, or some graphics or a comic or a book or a PDF document or just a text summary like we have right now. So this tool is very powerful and very, very capable to, be expanded upon. Okay. So that's that, my friends. I hope you, like what you see so far. Again, I'm going to share way more about how I built these things, how everything works, how you guys could also copy that in the free school community. And I'm sharing a lot of information and tips there, and we are always very interactive, to talk about. We have some new comments here, so I need to check that in a bit. And I'm going to reveal something here, which I've never done before because I've, just recently set it up. I'm currently also working on a premium Wolf automation community where I'm going to share even more and actually show more of my in-depth workflows. And I'm also going to work on a Wolf inner circle, which is going to be like the highest tier for people who are very, very dedicated and serious about AI automation and all these tech solutions. And in this inner circle, I'm going to only accept, a very selected amount of people, so we can have a very, very good daily interactive communication there. So to make sure, I still have time to actually provide value on a super regular and super quick basis. And I'm pretty much working every single day, like 14, 16 hours. So it should be pretty fast. And in the inner circle, I'm even going to share entire code bases and pretty much like my full repositories, my full workspaces. So I'm actually going to share the source code, for one-click copies of very complex solutions, which I know is dangerous because I know these tools are very powerful and they can easily be marketed with like organic marketing, app store optimization, SEO, TikTok, all of that, and print hard cash. And that's how we are building apps pretty much. But I want to show these tactics and show this strategy to you guys out there, and actually also share code in the inner circle and share a lot of insights in the Wolf automation group. Okay. And both of these are going to have some requirements to join. So if you guys don't want to miss any of these announcements, feel free to join the free school community where I'm already sharing a ton of value and so many workflows for free for you guys. I'm really putting a lot of work and effort into this. So I would really appreciate if, we can build a super nice and lovely community here together, which we already do. I'm very grateful for that. And then this will really be the next level, the Wolf automation, and then the Wolf inner circle for, very few selected people who want to take it to the next level and are very serious about that. Because this does take a lot of dedication and effort, okay? It's not for everyone. But yeah, that is that. And whoops, we want to go here. Also, if you guys don't want to miss any future videos, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I would love to see you guys here on the channel or in the school communities, to not miss any future videos, any future topics. I believe we are building some super cool solutions and projects here. And that is pretty much that, guys. So yeah, today is the YouTube to text tool. This is the current state of the project. I have so much more to share, but I'm going to do that in the next videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys want to see next. I have a lot planned, so stay tuned. And do not forget to join the community here to not miss the future announcements for these, where I'm literally going to like share my entire code bases. So, I don't know if it's smart, but I'm going to do it. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for all the support, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Peace, Wolf.